What's up, guys? Give me a second. I'm coming. Good evening. Good evening. I'm coming, guys. Hold on 1 second. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, Day Renee. Hey, Donna. How is everyone? Thank you for sharing the video, Donna. I appreciate you. Hi, ladies. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good evening. I know it's kind of late right now, but today was a very calm day for me. I had a long weekend, with it being Mother's Day weekend. How was everybody's Mother's Day weekend? Did you guys do anything special? Hold on, let me put this mic in. I thought I had the mic plugged in, but I don't. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Let me get this mic situation situated. Hold up. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this mic plugged in really quick. Oh, it's supposed to be on this side. Okay. I see. I couldn't find where the freaking hole was to plug the mic in at. I want to wait for a few more people to come in here. Yeah, I was saying I wanted to try to wait for a few more people to come in before I get started with this reading. As you guys can see from the title, I'm going to be reading some of my sister's book. The name of her book is Living in the Noun, # People, Places, and Things. This is the cover of the book. It is a self-help book. So hopefully it'll help some people out. Welcome to the live, driver seat. Welcome to the live. Turn this down some more. Can you guys hear me good? So the book, it actually has about 131 pages. And I am up to page 68. So what I'm going to do is let's see. So the chapter that I'm on right now is called Places. So like I was saying, the name of the book is Living in the Noun, hashtag people, places, and things. So the first chapter was on people, and the second chapter is places, right? So the part of this chapter that I'm up to right now is called, let's see. I'm going to tell you guys right now. It's called The Rebellious Spirit. So I'm going to start from where I left off. And then we're going to go from there. Put on my glasses because I need my glasses to see. I hope you guys had a good Mother's Day. I think I said that already. So, learning years. Hold up, guys. Let's see. Okay. Well, before I start reading that part right there, right here it says, hold up. Let's see. Let me start here. I chose to use the slopes as a method to move forward and understand where I was going and where I had been. People don't realize life has allotted space and time where we are supposed to grow and have everything we desire. Time slots are significant because we can use them as a guide to track and measure our success. No, living in the now does not discriminate against time. But on my journey to figure out why I was so far behind and to figure out where I was going, I came across some valuable advice that helped me categorize my life from the most critical point until achievement is reached. Those three most critical places in life were the learning years, the earning years, and the investment years. Learning years, which is in your 20s. I know the things that confuse people about me. I have spent so long trying to find my niche, putting my hands into this and that, and all people could do was wonder, what was I doing? That may be true, but what was I never cared what it was that made people baffled about me. As long as I was trying, that's what mattered to me. Don't worry if your movements confuse people. Don't be afraid to let your plans out into the universe just for the sake of speaking it into existence, because everything is not for everyone to understand. As we are on our journey together, it's critical we walk in our impetus, because people don't ever see strides. They only see your finish line. Welcome to the live and how you end up. During my learning years, I already had so much experience with different parts of the world that I was intrigued by a lot. Even though I was working that job, I still made time to travel to different countries and experience life outside of my everyday life. It was through that experience I saw life didn't just have one place, it had multiple places. Places that physically and mentally gave me a different mindset. I travel internationally and sometimes domestically, at least once or twice a year. Being in these places, learning and taking in different cultures taught me a lot, which is why when I felt side eyed or people in a state of confusion, it didn't make me jump or move any faster to their liking. I had a different outlook on life at that age. I was in my 20s and I was learning the world, learning how things work. I was experiencing life. During your 20s, the world is not going to look the same to you as when you're in your 30s, and that's okay. Your 20s are very critical for future success. Although we now live in a millennium where success is kind of a wave and an inspiration for most, it's happening earlier than previous generations. All those experiences during your 20s are actually what are going to make your route to success all the more interesting. I remember every time on vacation, I would at some point separate from my friends. It became a tradition of mine. I would leave my friends and spend time alone. I would skip an excursion day just to take a walk on the beach and spend time in nature, to think over my life and where I want to be. I would reflect on where I was and where I was going. Through all the fun, burning desire and hunger for success never stopped. Of course, at the time, I didn't know it was success I was longing for. I just knew those moments I felt blessed to travel and see that part of the world. I felt like it was an experience where I felt most completed, and I wanted to live a life of completion. I knew where I knew there had to be more to life than what I was experiencing at home. My 20s worked something up in me with a long journey ahead. The more beautiful places and things I got a small glimpse of made me that life want that for my life. Sorry guys. And I wanted it to be every day. I wanted it to be my life. In the beginning of your 20s, it's very difficult from the ending. In the beginning, you're still a child. It's only because of age that we happen to be grown. But we really have no clue of what we want or where we are going. Now you have some people that seem to have a good outline for where they're going. But deep down, they don't know what lies ahead. Our 20s are what can make a huge mistake, where we can make a huge mistake, and it's fine. We have time to correct them. We have time to get our shit together. It's the portion of life where we finally get a real taste of what being grown is like. Guys, make sure you thumbs up this live and share the video out too. Everything happens Everything that happens is simply something to learn from. But the killer about the beginning of our 20s is once you turn 21, everyone expects you to just all of a sudden turn into this magical adult that you really have no experience being. All your parents hope for is that they have given you the tools during your upbringing to be an adult. But really, it all happens so fast. We are just practicing adult. By the time the ending of the 20s come into play, we are more conscious of our world, of our place in the world. Mm. Yeah, I'm really loving this book so far. I'm halfway through it. And from what I'm reading so far in this book that my sister wrote, it's so inspiring. It's motivational. Um, it's encouraging. So many positive attributes to this book, guys. You have no idea. If you are a person who is into reading self-help books, like authors like Iyanla Van Zandt, and or if you're into like Iyanla Van Zandt, Napoleon Hill, these are the two people that she mentioned in the book so far, and I'm familiar with those authors. I mean, I've read one of Iyanla's books before. It was called Peace from Broken Pieces, which is a really good book. But if you guys are into self-help books and motivational speakers and stuff like that, please pick up my sister's book. It is such a good read, and it's a short read. The only reason why I haven't finished reading it is because I have a short attention span. But it's only 131 pages, and it is a really, really good short read. And I think it's amazing, not just because she's my sister, but because it is truly it's amazing content in this book. Okay. And it's very helpful. Very, very helpful. Okay, so now let me get back to reading. This is where the nerves kick in, and we think to ourselves, what have I been doing all this time? We are literally shaking because the 30s are knocking hard. I remember when I was about 27 and I started to experience anxiety attacks. Although I lived my best life traveling, I had just become supervisor and I didn't have anything in order. I started to question everything. Why didn't I do what I was supposed to do as far as having my credibility straight? Why didn't I stay in my relationship and make it work? I thought about having kids and why hadn't I started a business? The list goes on. I was 27 so quickly. I didn't understand how or why I was there with nothing to show for it. How many of us get in that or have gotten into that space where we feel like we reached a certain age or a certain time in our lives where there were things that we just had not accomplished yet? And you start to question yourself and beat yourself up and think that I'm not valuable or whatever the case may be because you haven't accomplished certain things. I know I went through that in my life. I went through that before I turned 40. Like, I feel like I was literally going through a midlife crisis. Like, before I turned 40, when I was like 35 years old, I remember saying to myself, by the time I'm 40, I have to have this, and that. And hey, hi, Vation, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, and make sure you thumbs up the live when you come in. Most of the things that I set out to accomplish when I was 35 and I gave myself a 5-year time period to, accomplish certain things. I did accomplish most of those things. Not everything, but I did accomplish most of them. Okay, so let me get back to it. But that's the beauty of the 20s. You learn and grow so much through the transition of it all. The ending of your 20s is the age where you get to know yourself best. It's the age where your instincts spike and you start to fall in line. The ending scares you so much, you are willing to revamp your whole mindset. The ending is where you accept what you haven't accomplished and you start planning your life because you know by the time you're 30, you have to have it together or at least be in place where most things are on track. To be honest, we need to practice because we need that practice because the 30s is where it gets interesting. And fear slowly deteriorates because of your acceptance of what has not been accomplished. Hivation says, hope your night is going well tonight. Thanks for joining me and Miss Chanel last night live. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Um, so as I stated previously, when people were side eyeing me and didn't get my moves, it didn't bother me. I was in practice mode. Your 20s are your learning years. It's the one time slot where your mistakes won't be judged harshly. It's the age where you are allowed time to figure it out. It's the time you get to really just enjoy life with really no with really no remorse for how you choose to live it. It's the time where you practice adult life in preparation for the actual showdown. Although everyone is going to learn different lessons in their 20s, all I can say, sorry, not all I can say. I can say we all probably come to the same mental conclusion at the end. In my case, it was, what did I, what did it have, why did it have to come in so fast? You know, at the end of my 20s, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't thinking like that. And I think that the reason why I wasn't thinking like that is because I was already a mother. I was a mother at the age of 19. So I already had like a grown up life. I had my own apartment, I had a kid. So for my 20s, I was busy raising my son. So I didn't have the same experience as my sister is describing in this book, the 20s being your learning years. I already entered into the space of adulthood because I was a mother already. And that's what I was doing. It wasn't until I got in my mid 30s that I started to feel like, okay, what have I done with my life? What have I accomplished? But by that time, my son was pretty much grown. And I guess in my mind, I started to feel like, well, my son is already grown or, almost grown. So now it's time for me to do the things that's necessary for myself and for my life. So I think that's the difference where the mind space, the difference in the mind space that my sister had, from what she's describing in this book to what mind space I was in my 20s. All right, let me finish reading. So she said at the end of her 20s, why did it have to end so fast? Nonetheless, I am so aware now. I'm glad it's over. Next chapter. Earning years. So your learning years is your 20s. Your earning years is your 30s. I'm not even gonna lie. Once I turned 30 and came to terms with myself, it was like this magical thing just happened to me. The ending of my 20s was so confusing to me. It was as if I couldn't stop worrying about my life and the things I hadn't accomplished yet. I actually, it actually ate away at me. And the fact that I was going on 30 with not one thing accomplished was a lot to take in. My thoughts got the best of me and I felt sick. Even so, the moment I turned 30, it was like I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Yes, weird, I know. I accepted the things that I could not change. I rid myself of fear and accepted all my mishaps and regrets. It's like I had matured overnight. Hey, Darren, welcome to the live. Thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live, Darren. I put the worry away and got into planning mode to save my life. When you turn 30, it's like a light bulb pops in your head and all the things of importance suddenly snap you into focus. I snapped my fingers a little bit too early. I should have snapped them when she said, snap you into focus, right? That's when I should have snapped them. But I didn't know the word snap was coming. So, anyway. Your 30s are when you want to grind hard. Although this is the way most of us should be in our learning years, it's safe to say most of us are not. This is the stage where it is now or never. It's when you make a decision. It's where you actually grow up and focus on what's truly important to you, to your future lifestyle. People make all kinds of final decisions in their 30s, whether to get married, have kids, etc. It's when you should start setting up serious timelines and time frames and timelines. You begin to design your life in your head. The 30s are the years you earn. It's the year you should accumulate your wealth and invest in yourself. I missed my spot. And invest in yourself where you focus on earning as much as you can because the age we all know and dread is approaching. It's the years you don't take no for an answer. When you're in your 30s, life feels like a fun but suitable race because your focus is now on how to maximize yourself without fear. Although I don't believe there's a time limit on many things, I do think that desire can run dry. Your earning years are the years that are giving that are going to be the most effective to your health and how you age. During your earning years, it is most important to truly follow your plan. And it doesn't matter what route you take because I believe we will all end up where we're supposed to be, either way. There isn't any right or wrong way to get there, to get where you desire to go, as long as the focus has enough push. Just make sure you have your plans to get somewhere. I stated before that living in the noun does not discriminate against time. And although that is true, you still want to keep track of a timeline of where you are and where you should be. You simply want to use it to track why you are where you are. Time is key to how and when things will fall into place or how things fell into place to the place you're in. I know many people don't like to revisit the past, but throughout any process, you have to understand where you are coming from. How much time I've been here? 30 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to stop there because I didn't want to stay on here too long. I just wanted to come on here and read some of my sister's book to you guys so that you can get an idea as to what exactly it is that she wrote about. Excuse me. And as you all can see from what I just read, basically that piece of the book was just basically about what goes on in your 20s and 30s. And as she stated in the book, your 20s is your learning years, and your 30s is your earning years. Um, and there's three parts to that: is there learning years, earning years, and investment years. I didn't get to the investment years yet on this live, but after this live, I'm going to continue reading it. And yeah, hopefully, you guys like what you heard so far, from my reading. And go ahead over there to Amazon and purchase the book. I'm going to put the link to the book in my bio of this video. And I'm going to pin it in the comment section once this live is over. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed what I read so far. I wasn't planning on coming live today at all because today was like one of those days where I just pretty much like laid around and just got some rest because this weekend was a busy weekend for me. It was Mother's Day and I spent it with my family. On Saturday, one of my cousins had a Mother's Day celebration at his house, him and his wife. And on Sunday, we spent the day at my mom's house and we just cooked. And, it was like a soul food kitchen, on yesterday. And we got to bed kind of late. I got up early this morning and I was just really, really tired today. I kind of like when I got home, I literally just like laid around all day long. I didn't do anything. Yes, driver's seat. I am a hairdresser. So but I'm gonna go ahead and end this live now. I do have a video coming out tomorrow that I pre-recorded. I'm gonna edit it tonight and have it uploaded for you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys gonna like it. I think you will. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about right now, but it should be pretty interesting. Yeah, that's it. So we've been on here for 33 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share it. And again, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put the Amazon link to my sister's book in the description below this video once I'm done. And I'm going to also put it in the comment section. I'll pin it in the comment section so you guys can go on Amazon and purchase it. You want to go ahead and get the paperback copy. She has the Kindle version and the paperback copy, but I would encourage you guys to get the paperback copy because once she starts doing her book signings, you never know, she might be in a city near you and you might want to get your book signed by her or whatever. So yeah, anyway, out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe right now and tap that notification bell so y'all know when I upload another video, which will be tomorrow morning. I'm planning for 9 a.m. Let's hope that it happens that way. But guys, have a good night.